Hi all, welcome back to yet another video from Edumendo. In this video, we'll be discussing more about left factoring. Hope you have already seen my previous video which was about left factoring and how we can eliminate left factor from a given production. And we have also seen some examples regarding how to eliminate left factor from a given grammar. If you haven't seen that video, please go and watch that video first and then come back to this video. So here we will be discussing some more examples regarding left factor, but here I will be taking the examples which contain two levels of left factor. That means when we eliminate left factor from the given question, the final result, the result will also, it's not the final result, it will be an intermediate result, okay, because that result will again contain left factor. So we have to eliminate left factor from that result too, and then we will get the final result. So let's move on to the examples. Example number 1. A produces AAB bar, AA bar A, and B produces BB bar B. Okay, so this is our question. We have to convert left factor from both of these productions. Okay, so the solution will be, first let's consider the first production, that is the A production. In the A production, there are three terms, AAB, AA and A. So what will be the value of alpha? Here, if we just consider the first two terms, we can say that alpha will be AA. Or if we are considering all the three terms, we can say that alpha is just A only, right? So we can choose whatever we like. We can either take alpha equal to AA and we can do that way, or we can consider alpha as simply A. I will take both the cases and show you. But in the exam, you have to consider only one case and you can do the answer. Okay. So suppose that I am taking alpha as AA. Okay. That means I am not considering the third term. I am only considering the first two terms. Okay. So what's the value of beta 1 and beta 2? Beta 1 means in the first term, alpha is our AA. So whatever comes after alpha will be our beta. So here capital B will be beta 1. And what's the value of beta 2? Beta 2 means the second term, whatever comes after alpha, that is our beta 2. Here there is only alpha. There is nothing that comes after alpha, right? So we can say that beta 2 is epsilon. And what's the value of gamma? Gamma means the term that doesn't start with alpha. Here the term A, the third term, it starts with A, but what's the value of our alpha? Alpha means AA. So this term is not starting with alpha. So we can say that gamma is small letter A. How we can convert the A production? A production will be converted to the form A dash bar gamma, and A dash will be beta 1 bar beta 2, right? Remember? So what's the value of alpha? We can now substitute the values of alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, so what's the value of alpha? Alpha is AA. So instead of alpha, you can write AA. And what's the value of gamma? Gamma means small letter A. So gamma means small letter A. Now what's the values of beta 1 and beta 2? Beta 1 and beta 2 are capital B and epsilon. Capital B and epsilon. Okay. So now we have converted the A production to these two forms, right? Is it over? Just look whether it's correct or not. We can see that in the second production, A dash, there is no problem, because A dash contains two terms and both the terms start with different variables. So there is no left factor in this second production. But what about this production, the first production? In this first production, we can see that it contains two terms and both the terms start with the common prefix small letter A, right? That means this first production again contains a left factor. So we have to eliminate left factor from this production too. So from this production, what's the value of alpha? Alpha is small letter A. Now what's the value of beta 1 and beta 2? Beta 1 means in the first production, what comes after alpha is our beta 1. That is AA dash. AA dash is our beta 1. And what's the value of beta 2? There is nothing after alpha, right? So beta 2 will be epsilon. Now what's the value of gamma? There is no gamma production, right? So we can just ignore the gamma one. Okay. Thus we have to rewrite this A to A produces alpha A dash. What's the value of alpha? Alpha means A. So A dash. But remember, we have already introduced the term A dash here, right? So we cannot use a dash again here. So what we will do? We will consider another variable, a double dash. Or you can use any other variable which is not present in this given grammar. You can use capital C, capital D, capital S, X, Y, Z. Any variable you can use. I am just using a double dash. Okay. So A produces alpha A dash bar gamma. But here there is no gamma, so I am just ignoring it. And what's the value of A dash? I mean A double dash produces beta 1 bar beta 2. Beta 1 is A dash bar, beta 2 is epsilon, right? Don't stop here. We have to write the value of A dash. What's the value of A dash? A dash we have already found out here. Okay? So just write it again. A dash produces beta bar epsilon. Okay. Now look whether there is any more left factor. First production there is no left factor. In the second production there is no left factor, and in the third production also there is no left factor. Okay. So this will be our final answer of A production. We have not yet checked about this B production. We are now just considering the A production only. Okay. So the A production is now converted to these three productions. Okay. Now let's consider the B production. B produces small letter b, capital B bar, small letter b. So what will be the value of alpha here? Here the value of alpha is small letter b. Now what the value of beta 1 and beta 2? Beta 1 is capital B and beta 2 is epsilon. And there is no gamma, so we don't consider gamma. Now how we will convert the B production? B produces alpha B dash. Alpha means small letter b. So B dash bar gamma. There is no gamma, so just ignore it. And B dash produces beta 1 bar beta 2. Beta 1 is capital B and beta 2 is epsilon. Okay. So this will be our final result. We have converted these two productions into these 5 productions. This is our case 1. That is when I took alpha as A, right? Now let's consider the case 2, in which this production, A produces B bar, A bar, A. In this production, instead of taking alpha as A, that means in the previous example, I just considered these two terms and I took alpha as A, right? But here, I am not considering these two terms. Instead, I am considering all the 3 terms. Then what will be the value of alpha? If I consider all the 3 terms, alpha will be simply A. And then in that case, what will be the values of beta? Here we considered 3 terms, right? So there will be beta 1, beta 2 and also beta 3. So what are the values of beta 1, 2 and 3? Beta 1 means in the first term what comes after alpha is our beta. So this small letter a is our alpha, right? So AB is our beta 1, AB. And what's the value of beta 2? What comes after alpha is our beta 2. So beta 2 will be A. And what's beta 3? Here there is only alpha. Nothing comes after alpha, right? So beta 3 is epsilon. Okay. So now we can convert this A production to the form A produces alpha A dash. Alpha means simply A and A dash. And what's the value of A dash? A dash means beta 1, beta 2, beta 3. Beta 1 means AB, beta 2 means A and beta 3 means epsilon. Okay. So the first step is finished. And now let's check whether there is any common factor in this result. In the first production, there is only one term, so there is no common factor. We can just ignore that. What about the second production? In this second production, these two terms have a common factor, common prefix. That is, we can consider alpha as A, right? So again, we have to eliminate left factor from this A dash. So how we can convert it? We have to consider alpha as A. So beta 1 means whatever comes after alpha is our beta 1, that is capital B. And beta 2 means what comes after capital A is our beta 2. But here there is nothing. So we can write beta 2 as epsilon. And here there is another term, a third term which doesn't contain alpha as the prefix. So this third term will be our gamma. That's why we are putting gamma is equal to epsilon. If there is no epsilon, here in this A dash production, we won't consider alpha as epsilon. But here the third term itself is epsilon. That's why we consider gamma as epsilon. Okay. So we have to convert this production to A dash produces alpha A dash. Alpha means A. And like I said before, we have already introduced the term A dash. So here instead of A dash, we have to consider another symbol. So I am considering A double dash. And here we have a gamma, right? So gamma is epsilon. Now what is A double dash? A double dash means beta 1 bar beta 2. Beta 1 is capital B and beta 2 is epsilon. So we have to convert this production to these two productions. So we can just eliminate this production from here. And I'm just writing this production here. A produces A dash. Simply writing it together. Okay. And I will rub it from here. So the A production is completed, and whatever the B production we have already found it here, right? So we can just copy it from the B produces B dash, and B dash produces B bar epsilon. So this is our final answer. In case 2, this will be our final answer. So both these answers are correct. If you consider alpha as AA, then you will get this answer, and if you consider alpha as A, then you will get this answer. You can see that these two answers are almost similar. The only difference is that we have just swapped the terms A dash and A double dash. That's the only difference here. Both the answers are same only. So this is how we eliminate left factor in multiple stages. Okay. So in the first step, when we find the result will again contain left factor. So in the second stage, we will eliminate left factor from that intermediate result also. Thus, we will get the final result which is free from left factor. Okay. So if in this final result, if there is again a left factor, you have to eliminate left factor from that production too. Our ultimate aim is just the final result should be free from any left factors. Okay, so if this type of question comes in your university exam, you have to consider only one case. You don't have to show both the cases. You have to consider only one case. Okay. Let's look at another example. So it will be more clear to you. Example number 2. A produces AAB bar, ABC bar, AAC, and B produces epsilon. So now how we have to eliminate left factor? From the question, it's obvious that the second production, B produces epsilon, there is no left factor. So we don't have to eliminate any left factor from that B production. We can just write this production as it is in our final result. Okay. So we have to consider only this first production. That is the A production. So in this A production, there are 3 terms, right? And among the 3 terms, either we can consider alpha as A, which is common in all the 3 terms, or we can consider alpha as AA, which is common only in the first and third term. Got it? Like the previous example, here also there are 2 cases, but we have to consider only one case. Okay. So I am considering this state. Alpha is equal to AA. Okay. So I will just rewrite this grammar as A produces AAB, and I am writing this to the second position. AAC bar ABC. It's not necessary that you have to rearrange this, but just only to show you that I have put the gamma to the end. That's why I just rearranged this. Okay. So what's the value of alpha? Alpha means we are considering these 2 terms. So alpha is AA. So we are considering 2 terms, right? So there will be beta 1 and beta 2. What's the value of beta 1? Beta 1 is what comes after alpha is our beta 1. So capital B will be beta 1 and small letter c will be beta 2. And what's the value of gamma? Gamma is the third term which doesn't start with alpha. So it is A, B, C. So we have to convert this production to the form A produces alpha A dash bar gamma and A dash produces beta 1 bar beta 2. And the values of alpha, beta and gamma are given here. Okay. So what's the value of alpha? Alpha is small letter A, capital letter A. And what's the value of gamma? Gamma is A, B, C. So we can write A, B, C here. And what's the value of beta 1 and beta 2? Beta 1 is capital B and beta 2 is small letter C. Right? Is this finished here? No, it's not finished here because this production is okay. There is no common factor anymore. I mean the common prefix is not here. But in this production, that is the A production, we can see that both terms start with a common factor A. So again we have to eliminate common factor from this production. And what's the value of our new alpha? Value of new alpha will be small letter A. And there are two terms, right? So there will be beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 is A dash, and beta 2 is capital B, C. And there is no gamma. So we can just ignore that. So our solution will become A produces alpha A double dash. Because A dash we have already introduced. So A produces alpha A double dash. Alpha is A and A double dash bar gamma. But here there is no gamma. And what is A double dash? A double dash is beta 1 bar beta 2. Beta 1 is A dash and beta 2 is B C. And what is this A dash? A dash means we have already found out what is A dash. A dash means B bar C. So these three productions are free from left factor. But remember, there is one more production in our question, that is B produces epsilon, which is free from left factor, but we have to write that in our final result. B produces epsilon. So this 4 production is our final answer. Now let's look one last example, or third example. S produces A bar, AB bar, ABC bar, ABCD. How will we remove left factor from this? What will be the value of alpha here? If you consider all the 4 terms, value of alpha will be A. But if we consider only these 3 terms, value of alpha will be AB. But if we consider these 2 terms, the value of alpha will be ABC, right? So we can choose any of these 3 cases. In the previous example, there was only 2 cases, but here there are 3 cases. Okay? So we can choose any of the one case from these 3 options, but I prefer to choose alpha with the longest common prefix. Anyway, all the 3 cases will produce the final answer as correct only, but I prefer to use alpha as most lengthiest common prefix. So the value of alpha is ABC, right? What will be the value of beta 1 and beta 2? I am considering 2 terms only, so that's why beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 is epsilon. There is nothing after ABC, so beta 1 will be epsilon. And what's beta 2? Beta 2 will be D. Okay. And what's the value of gamma? Here, there are 2 gammas because these 2 terms, A and AB, the first 2 terms does not start with ABC. That means the first 2 terms does not start with alpha. So, there are 2 gammas here. In all our previous example, there was only 1 gamma, but here in this question, there are 2 gammas, gamma 1 and gamma 2, A and AB. Or you can just consider gamma is equal to A bar AB, because these 2 terms doesn't contain alpha. So, you can consider gamma as A bar AB. Anyway, all will produce the same result only. Okay. So, how will we convert this production? We have to convert S to alpha S dash bar gamma, and S dash produces beta 1 bar beta 2. Either you can write gamma 1 bar gamma 2, or you can simply write bar gamma. Okay. So what will be the solution? S produces alpha S dash. Alpha means ABC. ABC S dash bar gamma 1 and gamma 2. What are the values of gamma 1 and gamma 2? A bar AB. And S dash produces beta 1 bar beta 2. Beta 1 is D and beta 2 is A. So this production S dash is now free from any left factors. But what about the first production? Here we can say that if we consider all the 3 terms, the value of alpha will be A, because all the 3 terms start with a common prefix A. But if we consider only the first and the last production, the value of alpha will be AB, right? So I prefer this one. So from this first production, we have to again eliminate left factor. So how we can write? We can convert it to S produces alpha S dash. But here S dash we have already used. So I can write alpha S double dash. Alpha is A. A S double dash bar gamma. What's the value of gamma here? Gamma is the second term which doesn't start with alpha. Our alpha is AB, right? So this second term doesn't start with AB. So gamma means A. Now what's the value of S double dash? S double dash means beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 is, in this first term, whatever comes after alpha is our beta 1, right? Alpha means AB, so C S dash is our beta 1. And what is beta 2? In this third term, whatever comes after AB is our beta 2. That means epsilon. Okay? And we can write this S dash as it is. D bar A. Is it over now? Just check whether it is over now. In the previous example, there was only two steps, right? The first step, we got an intermediate result, and in the second step, we got the final result. But what about this case? Is this free from left factor? You can see that third production is free from left factor, second production is free from left factor. But what about the first production? The first production, again there is a common prefix A, right? So the value of alpha will be A, and value of beta 1 will be S double dash, and value of beta 2 will be epsilon. In this first production, the value of alpha will be A, beta 1 will be S dash, beta 2 will be epsilon, and there is no gamma. Okay. So we have to convert this first production again to eliminate left factor from it. S produces alpha S dash. S dash is already there. S double dash is already there. So I will write it as alpha S triple dash. So A S triple dash. And what's the value of S triple dash? S triple dash is beta 1 bar beta 2. Beta 1 is S double dash and beta 2 is epsilon. Okay. So what's the value of S double dash then? S double dash, we have seen it in this previous result, right? S double dash is C S dash bar epsilon. And what's the value of S dash then? S dash is here in this result. S dash is D bar A, right? So this will be our final result because it's now free from left factors. So our question, the S production, that single S production, we have converted it to these four production. Hope you have understood this video, and if you have any doubts regarding this topic, you can just comment it down. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.